What's going on, you guys? Rob's We're the Highway here. Happy Friday. So today's vlog is going to be a bit about Toughbooks. I've gotten a lot of requests from a lot of people to do more videos on Toughbooks, but there's a lot of content out there about these computers already. I encourage you to go on YouTube and look it up. I'm not going to try to make this video to become my #1 search thing, but I am going to... First of all, I'm going to read what I originally posted back in 2010, February 24th to be exact. That was over 10 years ago. I'm going to read this to you, and then I'm going to try to explain a few more details. Let's dive right in. So, the need that I express here in this thread are for hardworking class of people that just needs a laptop to work, and maybe work some more. People that don't want to deal with a cracked screen. People that don't want to deal with a ripped out power socket. Deal with fried CPUs and overheating. Deal with being scared to touch the damn thing without breaking it. Deal with throwing it on the conveyor belt at the airport for them to scan it. They don't want to deal with stuffing a laptop in and out of a bag every time you get in and out of a taxi cab or an Uber. Well, there was no Uber back then, so I added that in now. Deal with having to plug in a USB light to see the keyboard at night. Deal with having to plug the laptop in after a measly 8 hours. Deal with messing around with some sort of 4G, LTE, Sprint, Verizon, AT&T card sticking out of the side of the computer. I don't want to deal with the screen with the glare from the sunlight shining through the window on the screen. Deal with protecting it with your life if it rains a little bit. Deal with kids banging on it. And you don't want to deal with having to carry around a huge and cumbersome bag everywhere you go. These were the main things that I had posted over a decade ago, okay? And they're still true to this day. Nothing's changed here, right? We don't live in a forgiving world. We don't live in an ideal world where things just fall in line and work for you, okay? I can understand people's opinion is saying, well, it's going to sit on a desk and it's never going anywhere. Oh, okay, until it does have to go somewhere because it's a laptop. I can understand people not wanting to spend the money on a Toughbook. Great, go on eBay and find one for 1/10 of the cost and buy it used. A used Toughbook is going to be better than any brand new consumer-grade computer that you can get at Best Buy. You know, it's just life, right? Like, everybody's got something going on. It doesn't matter if a cup of coffee spills on it. It doesn't matter if you got to run to the store and you don't have time to grab your power cord. Like, there's always going to be a reason why, in my opinion, and now in my career, of course, 10 years ago I wasn't doing as good as I am now with regards to selling Toughbooks for a living. But what I will say is that necessity is the mother of all invention, right? I don't think anybody would argue with me that it's necessary to have better battery life, that it's necessary to have a computer that's going to be reliable, that it's necessary to be connected, especially now, more than it was 10 years ago. 10 years ago, there was no such thing as iPads and iPhones and this connected everywhere mentality. We had 2G back then. I started in the 2G days. Well, maybe 10 years ago it was probably 3G. But, right, I've been in this world connected the whole time. Touchscreens. It's just now in the last 3 to 5 years common for cheap computers to have touchscreens. I've been using a touchscreen on a laptop for the last 15. Right? Necessary things are is what facilitates the need to invent something to solve a problem. It's necessary to have connectivity. It's necessary to see what you're able to. Oh my God, I can't even talk. It's necessary to see what the hell you're doing, to have a bright screen to do that. Especially if you're a person getting in and out of Ubers and you're in the city and you're moving around or whatever. Why do you not have a computer with a screen that's not bright enough to see what you're doing? No consumer-grade laptop can do that. None of them. I think the brightest consumer-grade laptop you're ever going to find might be maybe 600 to 800 nits of brightness. It's just not quite enough, guys. Why are you buying a $2,000 MacBook and it doesn't have 4G LTE built in? Are you kidding me? You are joking, right? You can't even buy a MacBook or any Apple laptop with 4G built in today. You can't. What? Oh, just use a hotspot on your phone. Great, so now your phone battery's dead too? Stupid. Absolutely ridiculous. Couple droplets of water, it's raining, well, I'll just put it in my bag. And your bag's so big and so heavy because your battery sucks, and so you got a crappy battery life because you bought a crappy computer, so now you got to carry the charger with it, which adds more weight. Now you got to put all that in a big clunky bag, which adds more weight. Why? Why would you do that? That does not make sense to me. Spend a little more money, spend a little more time, make your life better by having these necessities. Good battery life, good brightness, obviously a touchscreen, 4G LTE built in. Oh, I don't want to pay the monthly cost. Okay, fine. Then don't get 4G. Have fun when you are trying to get work done and you're at Starbucks and there's a million other yuppies sitting in there with drinking their coffee and their berets, writing on their blog, taking up all the bandwidth and your internet's slow. Screw that. Have 4G built in. What else? Durability. I mean, you don't need to go out and buy a computer you can run over with a Hummer or Humvee, guys. I'm not saying you would do that. The new Model 55 is a great computer. It's going to be the same thickness as a normal laptop, but it's super durable. If you spill a cup of coffee on it, it's okay. If you bump it around a little, it's okay. You don't need a carry case for it. Forget that. You got, well, even with one battery, you can get all day. Double your batteries, now you got 2 days of computing power in a little handle. Like a little handle. Isn't hard, right? That's it. You grab it and you go. So, I don't know, guys. Necessities, in my opinion, I think everybody would agree with these necessities. But yet, here we sit in 2020, and your average laptop, and even your high-end Apple computers, they don't have these things. They don't have... Maybe Apple's got their battery thing figured out, so that's good. I'll give Apple a green flag. Yeah, that's good. They got good battery life. They still don't have 4G. They're still fragile. They still don't have bright screens. They still don't have touch screens. It's it, man. You want the best. You want a Toughbook. And that's it. This is not a paid endorsement from Panasonic. I don't work for Panasonic. I love Panasonic. I don't work for them. I do sell Toughbooks for a living. If you are seriously interested in buying a Toughbook and to buy the best, to do what you need it to do, custom fit for what you're trying to do, because there's no one size fits all, not in my world, contact me. Send me a link, or send me an email, drop a comment in the description, or in the below the video here. I will get in touch with you, and I can seriously get you set up with something refurbished or new. I'm not going to go into pricing here on the vlog because the pricing starts at about $500 and goes all the way up to about $6 to $7 grand. There is a solution out there that's going to be better than what you might think, and you will be able to achieve that with a Toughbook. That's it. I am going to get back to work. Thank you for your time.